Hello students, today we are going to cover the introductory part of quadrilaterals. So first of all, we are going to discuss definitions. Any closed figure which is bounded by four line segment is known as quadrilateral. That means any closed figure. Okay. For example, let's say here figure A, B, C, D. Here four line segments A, B, B, C, C, D and D A are bounded and is form a quadrilateral. We can write quadrilateral A, B, C, D, or we can give symbol A, B, C, D, quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Okay, here we find many things like first is vertices. Okay, vertices, that means point. Vertices A, B, C and D are the vertex of this quadrilateral. Then sides, okay, sides AB, BC, CD and AD are the sides, but here we say adjacent sides and opposite sides. Okay, AB and BC are adjacent sides. Why? There is a common point B, common end point. Then we say BC and CD are adjacent sides. Okay, why? Because C is a common end points. Opposite sides where there is no common end points, like AB and DC are opposite sides, AD and BC are opposite sides. Okay, then diagonals here AC and BD. AC and BD are two diagonals of this quadrilateral ABCD. Then angles, here in a quadrilateral we get four angles: angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. We can also name angle A as angle DAB. Okay, if we're talking about angle B, then we can also say as angle ABC. Okay, then just like sides, there are also adjacent angles as well as opposite angles. Okay, if there is one common arm, okay, if we take AB, then two angles formed, angle A and angle B. So angle A is adjacent to angle B, or we say angle B is adjacent to angle A. Similarly, if there is no common arm, then we get opposite angle. Angle A is opposite to angle C and angle B is opposite to angle D. Okay, now we move ahead towards the types of quadrilaterals. There are many types of quadrilaterals, but note that all quadrilaterals have only four line segments. There are no more than four or not less than four. All quadrilaterals have only and only four line segments. Okay, so move ahead to the types of quadrilateral, which is the very most important part. Okay, wait a minute. So here we start with types of quadrilateral. Okay, the first one is parallelogram. Here we see that, starting with the diagram, here we see A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. So in parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel to each other. Opposite sides are parallel to each other. That means AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. Okay, and also opposite sides are also equal to each other. That means AB is equals to DC and AD is equals to BC. Okay, and the properties of diagonals of parallelogram, that diagonals bisect each other. Okay, if we draw the diagonals of the parallelogram, then here we find out that in diagonal AC, AO is equals to OC, and in diagonal DB, OB is equals to OD. Okay, that means diagonals bisect each other. The next figure we got is a rectangle. Rectangle is also a parallelogram. The basic difference between parallelogram and rectangle is only the angles. The angles of a rectangle are always 90 degree, but here in parallelogram the each angle are not equals to 90 degree, but in rectangle each and every angle is equals to 90 degree, else the properties are same. If we say about rectangle, okay, rectangle, okay, in rectangle A, B, C, D, each angle is 90 degree, each angle is 90 degree, opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. This one is equal to this one and this one is parallel to this one. Okay, so here also AB is parallel to DC, DA is parallel to BC, and AB is equals to DC, and BC is equals to AD. Okay, that means the opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other, and each angle is 90 degree. Also here in rectangle the diagonals are bisect each other. That means if we take the diagonal AC, that means OA is equals to OC and OB is equals to OD. Okay, clear? Then now we move towards square. Then we move towards square. Okay, square. In square all the sides are equal to each other. Okay, all the sides A, B, C, D. It is also a parallelogram, it is also a rectangle, but here all sides are equal to each other, and it is similar to rectangle as each angle is 90 degree. One more property is that the diagonals of a square are bisect each other as well as they intersect each other at 90 degree. Okay, that means OA is equals to OC, OB is equals to OD, and angle DOC is 90 degree, angle COB is 90 degree, angle BOA is 90, and angle BOD is also equals to 90 degree. So if we talking about the property of a square, AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD, else all are similar to parallelogram as well as rectangle. Okay, then the next figure we are discussing about is rhombus. It is also a parallelogram. Okay, the next figure we are talking about is rhombus. Rhombus. Let's draw the figure of rhombus. Here this side is equal to this as well as this. That means all the four sides are equal to each other. AB, CD. Here also AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD. But what is the difference between square and rhombus? In a square each angle is 90 degree, but in rhombus none of its angle is equals to 90 degree. But similar to square, the diagonals of rhombus also bisect each other as well as bisect each other at 90 degree. Okay, that means OA is equals to OC, OD is equals to OB. Okay, and all the angles are 90 degree formed by the intersection point, or we say that the bisect point of its diagonal. Okay, then now move towards the rest figures such as trapezium, kite. Okay, here we go with trapezium. trapezium. Okay, in a trapezium we draw the figure like A, B, C, D. Okay, here we get one pair of opposite sides are parallel to each other, whereas there one pair of opposite sides are non-parallel to each other. Here AB is parallel to DC and AD is non-parallel to BC. Here is also a kind of isosceles trapezium in which the non-parallel sides are equal in length. That means if AD is equals to BC and AB is parallel to DC, then this trapezium is said as isosceles trapezium. Okay, and one last figure is kite. In kite, the adjacent sides are equal to each other. Adjacent sides are equal to each other. That means AD is equals to AB and DC is equals to BC. Okay, so here are the types of quadrilaterals which we are going to study in the next exercises. Okay, so before we end up this session, we should conclude what we are studying till now. Okay, so basically we can conclude all this into some points. If we are moving towards conclusion, then the first point is rectangle, square and rhombus all are parallelogram. Okay, rectangle, square, rhombus all are said to be as parallelogram. The second one is all parallelograms are trapezium, but trapezium are not parallelogram. Okay, when we draw the diagram, all parallelogram are said to be as trapezium, but all trapezium are not said to be as parallelogram. Then square is both. That means rectangle and rhombus. Okay, the square is said to be both rectangle as well as rhombus. Rectangle, each angle is 90 degree, opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. Rhombus, all sides are parallel to each other. Okay, then for a kite is not a parallelogram. Okay, if we draw the diagram of a kite like this and this, so the adjacent sides are equal. Okay, so it is not a parallelogram. And the last conclusion is that rectangle and rhombus are not said to be square. Okay, that means कि all square are both rectangle as well as rhombus, but rectangle and rhombus are not mandatorily said to be square. Okay, let's revise once more. Rectangle, square and rhombus all are parallelogram. Parallelogram are trapezium, but all trapezium are not parallelogram. Okay, then square is both rectangle as well as rhombus. A kite is not a parallelogram. And last, rectangle and rhombus are not said to be square. That means all rectangle or all rhombus are not said to be square, but each and every square are said as rectangle and rhombus. Okay students, thank you very much.